Hello, beautiful, vibrant souls. I'm so glad that we could join together today. We're going to pull a few cards for the collective and see what messages come up for us. Things that we can learn, observations that we can make about the goings on in the world. We've got 4 here. We're going to go with that. Let's see. I like to pull my cards right in front, but I do all my shuffling right before I turn the camera because that's an annoying sound in my microphone. It's personal. Wow. Okay. Let me show you what we got here. We're going to dive in. Knight of Wands. Time for action is here. Now he can be a little bit quick to move, a little bit rides on his emotions, rides on his passion, but he can get stuff done. There's a lot of power and energy behind this card. There are some things that got you fired up. That's what I'm getting from the collective vibe here, that you're fired up about some stuff, and rightly so. So much going on right now, rightly so. The trick with this is that we can't be too quick to the punch, right? We've got to think, we've got to be rational, we've got to be logical. All the passion in the world cannot protect you from rash actions. We have to think it through, not for too long, because we don't want to lose the momentum. But also, if we just go diving into things, sometimes we act a little bit too much to the extreme, and it can be to our detriment. So just stew on it for a moment here, because we don't want him to get into there where we go from one extreme to the other. That can be really dangerous. Not beneficial at all. We've got our 8 of Wands. Says we do want to take advantage of this momentum, though. That's why we need to get into movement here. Things are going in the way that we want them to. Things are starting to happen. Now, the trick here is that we don't want to be impatient, because things aren't going to happen at the speed and rate that we want them to. We want right now. There's so many things that need right now, and understandable. However, there is a point when that divine timing energy crosses your path, and that's what I'm getting from this right now. We're riding on the momentum. That doesn't mean that you act without thinking about consequence. We want to do so in a way that gives us the greatest possible outcome for the greatest amount of potential. There's a lot riding on this. Your actions are going to make a big impact. So yes, ride the momentum and get on it. Get to doing the things that need to be doing. Do the planning, do the networking, communicate with people, use this energy to get as far as we can without making decisions that come with no thought behind them, because that's not going to do us any good. Ace of Swords. This is where we're putting together the plan to actually throw it out there, right? This is where it's like, I have all this passion, I have all this desire, I have all this direction, I want it to come right now. But this Ace of Swords says, yeah, yeah, you're going to do it. But nothing comes to life without making sure that all the elements are in place. You've got this beautiful seed, right? You've got your soil. If you don't prepare the soil and you just try to throw the seed out there, the seed's going to die. You've got this beautiful soil and you've got this beautiful sun, and you throw the seed in the dirt and there's no rain. Well, you got to have all the elements in place, okay? So if we want it to really truly fruit and bear the kind of fruit that we've been waiting for, true change, really making all of these things happen for us, we have to make sure all of the elements are in place. We have to think it through. and go, yeah, what's long lasting? What's sustainable here? What's going to actually work for the long run? Because we want this to go on. We want this to take root. We want this to really become something. And you don't want it to be the first time of many first times. You've done this before. And you know that sometimes if we rush into things and we don't plan it out and we don't think it through, kind of make rash decisions and we're missing an element. Oh man, I wish I had known about that option in the past. Oh man, I wish I had known about that resource. That would have really helped me. How many times have you looked back at opportunities that you've had or things that you've tried to implement and go, oh, I wish I had known that? This is your opportunity to make sure that all of the elements are in place, that all of the aspects that we need to be organized are organized, so that the execution of this actually goes all the way. It really pulls through because now it's not going to be shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's going to be I knew that and I did that. You have wisdom, you have experience from before. We have our Hierophant. We have knowledgeable, I want to say experts. We have people that have experience. In some cases, it might be experts that we're inquiring with. There's people that we can learn from. There's people that we've gone through this before. My dog is dreaming. Jenny. Jen. Hush. It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. She's having a nightmare. I'm in here getting all heated up talking about this stuff. Our Hierophant is about taking the knowledge and experience that is available to us, processing and absorbing it and putting it to use. We have an opportunity to learn from people, groups, organizations that have gone through this before, that have done this before, or done something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly, but think in terms of like parallels. So maybe what you're trying to do is over in this type of field, but there's a field over here that kind of does something similar but for a different motivation than yours. You can learn from them. In fact, a lot of times they're going to be really, really open to sharing everything that they've learned and gained because they want you to succeed too. You're not competition here. That's not what this is about. This is about everybody winning. This is about everybody getting an elevation here. You're trying to do something that benefits more than just you, and everybody wants you to succeed in that. Everybody wants you to win. Let's put it all together. Let's plan it out. Let's work together. Let's work as a team. Let's learn from each other. Let's grow from each other, and let's benefit everyone in the result. Ooh, let's just go ahead and drive that message home from the first one, right? We're on a roll. We've got purpose and we've got success. I know what I'm here to do, and I'm going to do it. This time, there's so much confidence behind this energy. I'm feeling just incredible momentum, this force of energy. People are really like, I've had enough. I want this. I'm going to change my life. I want to change the life of others. It's bigger than just you, and you can feel that. Maybe right now you are just focused on yourself because you're like, I got to get to a place where I can breathe before I can help anybody else. And that's okay. If that's where you're at right now, that's okay because you're here and that's what we want you to do. And for the people that are right here, that's what we need you to do so that you can join us here. And we're going to keep working to elevate others so that we can get up here. And eventually you're going to catch up because you're going to be reaping the benefits of everybody else too. So wherever you're at on this spectrum, you're down here, you're just trying to survive, you're going to get there. You're doing it. You know, you know what you need to do now, and you understand why you need to do it. There is a purpose to you being here. There's no one here in this experience, in this existence, that doesn't have a role to play. Now, we don't have any guarantees as to how long we're here or how much we get to accomplish. You set that out before you got here. And when you fulfill that And when you decide it's done and you move on to the next thing, or you've decided that's all you're supposed to be doing and now you're just enjoying the show, whatever the case may be. We've all got kind of a different role to play. Some of us have fulfilled a great purpose, and now their purpose is to inspire others. Some of us feel compelled to do more. Some of us feel like now is just getting started. Now is ripe for opportunity. Some of us are like, I feel like my time's finally coming, like I finally can breathe. And some people are like, it's finally my time to be able to breathe. I just want to breathe. Regardless of where you are in that spectrum, your role is just as valid and just as important. You are no less critical to the uplifting of humanity, regardless of where you are right now. So, if this is a personal mission for you and it's just to get by to the next day, this is your sign that things are going to be okay. If you're pushing for something more, if you're pushing to get yourself into a more comfortable role where you can do more for others, this is your sign that you're doing a great job. If you're up here and you're able to already give other people a leg up and you're pulling people up and you're doing everything that you can, this is your sign that what you're doing is a great job and you're elevating humanity. Regardless of where you are on your spectrum, we're winning. We're going to win this and we can't lose. All right, we pulled a trio here. I got 3 different decks out. Sacred Breath and Sound. This is about our life force and our communication. This is where we start utilizing all of these skills and abilities that we've acquired, that we've come to this planet with. We've got, you are not for everyone. You're supposed to face true north for yourself. This is about being authentic and genuine. You do not have to fake it for anyone. We do not want you to be someone that you are not. There is nothing more valuable than you at face value. Right now, the way that you are, being you, that's what we need. We need you to care in the ways that you care. We need you to use your voice. Now, the big spirit says we want to use our mind wisely. This is a critical time. If you're spending a lot of energy and exerting a lot of mental force, arguing with people that are never going to understand you, do we really need to be doing that? No, because people that are committed to misunderstanding you absolutely are going to do it on purpose. And they do that knowing that it wears you down. And as they wear you down, then you're not able to put that energy into the things that you can accomplish. So you have this remarkable ability to use your voice and communicate and express to others, and just your energy is charismatic in these really positive ways. You inspire others, you have great ideas, you put them into place, you put your heels and elbows into the work and you do what needs to be done. You get your hands dirty when it needs to get done. All of these qualities, regardless of what level you execute them, are so valuable. You can't be critical about your level of involvement in what you're trying to do unless you know that you're just not doing it. And I feel like there's so many people that just judge themselves too harshly. They say, well, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing enough. And instead we're just wearing ourselves down. We're wearing our mind down by thinking that way. Don't think about what you're not doing. Think about what you are doing. Think about how to do that effectively. Think about other contributions that you can make without criticizing yourself. It's not about what you're not doing. When you come up with that new idea, that was the perfect divine timing for that new idea. You're not behind. That was exactly when you were supposed to come up with it. Now it's about communicating that force and using that energy in the best way possible to share it with others. It's going to be dependent upon you being authentic and genuine. People are going to stand behind you and believe in you when they know that you're not hiding anything. There's nothing that you're going to gain from this. They're going to find out later. It's not some trickery. It's not some illusion. You're not putting on a fake mask and running around and saying, this is what I am and who I am. You're like, no, gloves off. This is what I got. This is who I am. This is what I have to offer the world. And I think it's valuable. Now, I'm going to take some time to express it in the most genuine, real terms that I can possibly lay out for everyone. I'm going to be really cautious about how I explain myself, how I put myself out there to people. But the people that recognize you for the efforts that you put forth, they're going to love this. They're going to really absorb this energy and they're going to be behind you. Again, some people are not going to hear you. They don't want to. They're not committed to believing in you. They're committed into working against you. They're a different kind of force. You don't need to worry about them. That's not going to benefit you anyway. So you go over here and they start, rah, 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 rah. Okay, anyway, and you turn your head and you go back to the people because you are not for everyone. You're not supposed to be. But your people, oh, they value you. Your energy and the way that you present it and your ideas and the work that you put in, whatever level that you're at, is so appreciated and valued by the right people. So don't feel like you need to waste your time and waste your breath on people that are just, they're not going to get it. And it it sounds so cruel to say that some people just won't ever be at that capacity, but it's the truth. Not everybody comes to this earth in this life and is existing in the same plane of existence as you right now with the same level of experience, knowledge, and awareness. And it's supposed to be that way because some of these people are our lessons. This is how we learn. This is how we refine ourselves. This is how we get better at communicating. This is how we get better at expressing our boundaries. Some of them are here just having a good time. Some of us have purpose. And if you're one of those people that has purpose, you're probably listening to this video. Because I guarantee you, the people that are out there just living these very superficial lives, they do not spend time listening to a message like this. They don't want to hear what I have to say. So if you've gotten this far, I assure you, you have a purpose, you have a mission, and you have a very important role to play. So use your mind wisely. You don't need to go and expend it on anyone that isn't trying to hear you. You're not for everyone. You're not supposed to be. You're valued by those who are supposed to value you, and you will find your people if you haven't found them yet. This is all about your very authentic and genuine communication because the people that need to hear you, they'll hear that. They'll hear how real you are. They'll hear how authentic you are. And the way that you communicate yourself is going to be really critical. You want to just make sure that your being is open and honest as you can safely be in the right environments. So hopefully that makes sense to you. There's a lot of chaotic energy I'm feeling for the collective. There's a lot of people that have a lot of things happening in their lives that are drastic. While I am no longer offering free personal readings or readings in exchange for reviews, these collective readings are always free, of course, but I do appreciate reciprocation. Fumbled over my mouth there. But I do provide personal readings on a sliding scale, so I can work with your budget. I do that because I know that people that value the messages will make some kind of effort, even if their effort is less than what they would want. They're going to make that effort, and those are the people that I want to work with. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of my healing journey. Thank you for sharing this existence with me. I know sometimes it gets tough, but hopefully we can get through it together. And these messages reinforce and validate what you're feeling and help you along your personal journey as well. Much love to you.